everybody, and welcome back. So a few things happened this week that were really super interesting. First thing is Ryan, or Mr. Man, came and did a tour of the house. Seems he got some kind of paranormal EVP. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about that world, but it was a pretty cool video. I'll link that in the description if you guys want to see that. I think it's cool. You can see more of what's happened with the house, parts I haven't shown you because he did a full tour. So that'll be cool for you guys, I'm sure. Also, yeah, we're back again at stripping because that is my life now. But it's going really well, and yeah, enjoy some time lapses, and I'll be back with you guys when I have a bit more done to show you. Pretty, right? It's gonna be super cool when we get the, we're missing hardware for this one, but before it was painted shut. Now it'll move nice and smoothly. Ooh, I like it. That thing used to be so stiff. It's like perfect now. Beautiful. Alright guys, welcome back. Let me show you guys what I've basically done this whole week, because I had almost a full week to do this. Or 5-ish days, we'll say. I had a few half days in there. But let me show you guys. So the first thing, and probably the biggest thing this week, is I got this doorway pretty much done. Not the door itself, but I mean to the point where it's ready to have stain go on. You know, I've cleaned up everything here real nicely. There is a board down here that you might notice. This board here I actually have to replace. Some animal at some point chewed this up really severely, to the point where I'm just, I'd like to save it, but it's gonna look weird if I keep it. So I'm gonna have somebody cut a knife. I have a few other pieces that have to be redone anyways. So it's best to go ahead and get a knife cut at a local place and replace this piece, just this piece. I do also have this big chunk that's missing here, and I'll have to come up with a creative way of filling that. But even if I have to like faux grain it or something, I'm pretty sure I could work around that. Here, it's a little harder to do because of the profile of everything. I'll need replacements anyway, so it's best to go ahead and just do that. You see other side, nice and clean. They also, they did cut these at some point. Or, well, I think when they put them in, when they installed them, these are cut, you see even at the top. Transom works, although you can see here, actually, underneath all the paint, this is where the hardware used to be. And you can see there by the hinge, and then the dots right there and right there. Yeah, and that's where it used to sit, but yeah, it's no longer there, so we're gonna have to find some nifty hardware. Hopefully I can find something with the same design as the other ones, and I'll show you guys that at some point. Also, not just the door, but the baseboards. A lot of the baseboards, pretty much all of the baseboards. Here's the door. It's just got a bunch of shellac on it right now, which comes off really easy. I wasn't even really scrubbing on this. I just wiped it with a rag because it got wet when I was doing that over there. And yeah, so the shellac comes off really easy. Basically, the Coopers that I'm using just melts it. About 3 minutes, wipe it with a rag, and it's basically done. You can also see a bunch of the damage here from what I'm assuming is a dog on the door. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna replace this door. These doors are just, I mean, I can't get curly oak or curly pine like this. This is really hard to find stuff. And so the door has to stay. You can also see that the trim here is different than, well, actually even the other side of the door. It's because this is the fancier trim versus the other side of the door, which is much less fancy, just kind of basic plain. But yeah, in all the other fancier rooms, you have this more pronounced trim here. So I got to fix that as well. But yeah, again, baseboards all the way down. Pretty much all of the plinth blocks are done for all the other windows. We even have a random little bathroom one in here that was falling, or that fell off that we did. Got some holes here from some electrical. These are going to be patched up. I think all my electrical is going to go on the exterior wall anyways. It's going to go in the floor itself. And I'll patch these up or maybe even replace the baseboard. I don't think I'll replace it. I think I'll just patch it. You know, with enough coats of shellac, it'll get dark enough. That won't really be too much of a problem, I don't think. Got most of the case here done. So it's looking pretty good. If it'll brighten up, there you go. You can kind of see it. And then, of course, I showed you guys this all last week, or most of it anyways. But so all the stuff for these windows, all the surrounds, everything, they're ready to go. I haven't been able to get a hold of a plaster guy yet. Mostly because I'm going really, really hard this week on getting this stuff done. This bit of plaster that was up here, the stuff I was sticking my hand behind last week, it just fell off. I came in one morning and it was on the ground, so that's why you guys didn't see much of a video for that. It just kind of, yeah, nature worked its magic, I guess. And so same thing here. This window is kind of the last to go. I've been stripping it a little bit. I've got most of it off, but not everything. But then down here, the baseboard again, this whole piece completely stripped. So this room is about 90% done. I'm really happy with this. I think this looks great. I can't wait to get everything kind of functional and working on that. You know, it's one of those things, you know, stripping isn't easy. It's extremely time consuming. The product I use right now, I think is awesome. Like, it works really well, but there's so many little grooves and stuff. And I know a lot of you guys say dental pick, stuff like that. I have them. I have basically everything you'd have. Steel wool. I've run through so much steel wool. My favorite tool by far, though, is definitely a brass brush. If you guys are doing a project like that, like this, the brass brush gets in there, cleans it out. Although I do end up going through a few of those because they do get gunked up, and then at a certain point they're so out of whack and messed up that you have to get a new one. Luckily, they're cheap. I've been thinking about ideas for how I'm gonna lay out the library because, you know, when you get to the decoration bits, that's the bits that really excite me. So I've been thinking, and I have a few reasons for my thinking, but just let me explain, I guess. My first thought with this entire thing is, you know, of course I wanted to do wallpaper in here like I do basically every room. But I was looking at it, you know, taking a little bit of inspiration from the Campbell house. I don't think I'm gonna do wallpaper in this room at all. I think instead I'm going to paint the walls instead in that style. But it won't be a full repeat wallpaper style up it. We'll do the, I'm gonna butcher this word. I don't know if it's dado or dado panel. Freeze, I guess would be the correct way to put it here. And I'm gonna have stencil all this all the way across, and I'm gonna put a little stenciled border at the very top. So a rail along there. I'll be showing you a picture of the one I found. Also, why do I think that it can handle this and do this, and why I know I can pull it off is I know a few of you guys know that I am a painter and artist, but one of my absolute specialties is stencils. Like, I got to the point of being pretty good. I don't like to toot my own horn or anything, but like, I know my way around a stencil more than almost anybody. So I've not done it without spray paint before, but I know I can get this on here. And the thing is, like, this is going to be used as the library, yes, but this is also kind of my office. And I have a lot of paintings from, of course, myself and lots of other people. And so I want to be able to hang my paintings up in this room mostly because it's what I like to look at on a daily basis, you know. Reminds me of my friends and, you know, the various times I've spent at different places painting and all that stuff, or, you know, hanging out with others while they're painting the pieces that I hang up in my current place. So if I put wallpaper on the walls here, I would put holes to hang up this, because I'm not going to do a picture rail to hang everything up in this room. So I want to be able to put holes in the wall so I can tack up paintings and stuff. And if I put up wallpaper, well, if I want to move a painting, it's not as easy as just spackling the hole, sanding it, and painting it again. It's a whole process, you know, or basically you just ruin the paper. So, and paper is really expensive, guys. And, you know, in this regard, as far as painting these sort of things, I have the skills to pay the bills. So why not go for that first? It saves me a little bit of money. I get to be artistic, which is something I really enjoy. And I get to, you know, kind of design my own pattern or play with Victorian patterns. And I'm really excited about that, guys. Also here, when you first walk in, I think I want this entire wall here to be bookshelves all the way to the top, get some trim made to go around it, some crown mold, beautiful crown molding and everything, stain it the same color as the rest of the work in here, you know, and put it flush against the wall. Might have to cut this baseboard or potentially cut around it so the bookshelf fits up snug against the wall and looks like it's been built in at least. You know, have my desk here against this wall so when you first walk in, you could be face to face with me and we could talk or whatever. Yeah, I have so many plans in here. Oh, yeah. Here, of course, I want to have a slight little small parlor set up. So maybe just 2 chairs and a settee. I think it'd be just so beautiful. I don't know if I'll ever have a fire going in here, but you know, one can imagine it, I guess. So I don't know. I'm kind of starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel with this. I think with all the woodwork coming together and everything's just getting to be, you know, beautiful. And I'm really excited about it, guys. I spent enough time in this room now to really understand the in and outs of it. And I'm starting to build the picture in my mind for what this is going to be. And this room, actually, believe it or not, will be finished somewhat soon. It doesn't actually need as much work as you would think. So we're getting there, guys. Yeah, guys, sorry, I ramble a lot, but I'm really excited about this project. I'm glad you guys are too. So that's it for this week's video, and we'll see you guys again next week. I'm sure it'll be more stripping, but I'll find some other things to do. And you will be getting a video Thursday this week as well. I tried to get one out last Thursday, but I had some issues with corrupted files. So the footage I shot wasn't any good. So sorry about that. I'll get you guys one this Thursday, promise. It'll be probably a tutorial about how to strip, or we're gonna go through, there were some things left in the house that are our little treasures we kept from the previous owner. And we think it's about time we show you guys some of those cool things we found here. So have a wonderful day, guys. And we'll see you guys again Thursday and next week. Bye-bye.
I made a Snapchat for those of you who want to maybe get to know us better as people. You know, I know not everybody that watches the channel wants to do that. So I did this Snapchat so that you could do that. Maybe, you know, see a little bit more of our personal lives. And maybe a little bit of behind the scenes stuff that doesn't make it into the videos. So the name of the Snapchat is just Second Empire Kim, the word Second Empire Kim, and you can add me on there. Maybe I'll snap you back, depending on how busy I am. So feel free to talk to us on there, okay? Thanks.